This video is to go over all the different phases of the FIFA 11 Plus. Phase 1 is a warm-up cardio phase. The first exercise is jogging down and back at 50% of max speed. Athletes will do this twice along the 40-yard setup. Next is the hip outs. The hip outs and the hip ins are done at each cone, and they will alternate each leg as they are going down the course. Both the hip in and hip out will be done twice, down and back, and making sure the athletes are jogging through the entire course. Next, we have our partner circles. This will be completed at each cone. This will be a down and back twice. You'll notice the partners will circle as they shuffle in laterally and then progress to the next cone. Same thing with the shoulder bumps, making sure the athletes are meeting in the middle of the two cones and return to their cones respectively and go to the next. Here we have the forward and back sprints. This is done twice. It's like a shuttle run. They'll run to the first cone, back pedal backwards, and then go to the next cone. Phase 2 is a strengthening and neuromuscular phase. This phase will be taken out on game days, and you only complete phase 1 and phase 3 on game days. But for the purpose of this, we will be doing all 3 phases throughout the conditioning session, and they will be completing the beginning, intermediate, and advanced progressions. The first exercise that you have is your plank progression. The beginner is a standard plank held for 30 seconds. The intermediate is with a leg lift, alternating. And then the advanced is the leg lift and hold for 30 seconds. The next exercise is a lateral plank progression. You'll start with your knee bent on the ground, and then you'll progress to a standard side plank. And then the advanced is a side plank with a leg lift and hold. All these will be held or completed 30 to 60 seconds, 2 times each. The next exercise we have is the Russian hamstring falls. To progress this, you increase the reps done each day. So you start at 8 reps and then you work your way up to 15 to 20 reps completed. Next, you have your single leg progression. First, you start off with holding the ball 20 to 30 seconds each leg. Next, you will progress to a partner pass, 2 sets on each leg for 30 seconds each side. This helps with body control and neuromuscular control. The advanced stage is the partner push. You'll do 2 sets of on each leg for 30 seconds apiece. Next, you have your squat progression. The first progression is a mini squat with a toe raise. You'll notice that the athletes are going into a mini squat, and then at the bottom of the squat, they'll raise their toes and then push up off their toes. Moving from the mini squat and toe raise to a intermediate phase is the walking lunge. Walking lunge will be completed for 2 sets of 10 reps on each leg. The advanced progression to the squat is a partner single leg squat. This will be done in 2 sets and 10 reps on each leg. Make sure the partners are going down at the same time and about the same relative height for them to complete this exercise. They want to make sure there's no valgus knee stress during this exercise. After the squat progression, we have our jumping progression. We still have a beginner, intermediate, and advanced with this exercise. Make sure to enforce good posture, light landing with light feet and light knees, and making sure that we don't have valgus stress on the knees. First, we have our vertical jumps. These will be done 2 sets of 30 seconds each set. Next, we have our intermediate lateral jumps, same reps, same amount of time, making sure the athletes are going in a lateral motion. And the fourth one, we have our square box jumps. Athlete will pretend that they have a box in front of them and they're jumping to all four corners of that box. This will be done making sure the athletes are landing light and no focusing on the valgus stress. Phase 3 is back to a cardio running high intensity phase. This phase is meant to get up, making sure everything is warm and ready to go for practice. We'll start off with a simple sprint of 70 to 80% speed, down and back twice. And then we'll move on to a bounding exercise, which will be about 80% of max effort, down and back twice as well. And then the final exercise is a plant and cut throughout the cones that are set up for the phase 1 and phase 2. Hope everybody's enjoyed this movie, and thank you to the following people with help of this created video.